So welcome everybody, welcome to your practice. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Bianca and I'll be guiding you through the next 45 minutes. If there are any injuries, any discomforts or pain that you are working with at the moment or working through, then just take care of yourself. A reminder, this is your practice, you adjust where you need to, any and all variations are welcome, and know that child's pose is also always an option throughout your practice. So today we're going to be doing a nice yoga flow, yoga line and flow, so we're pulling from Hatha and Vinyasa styles of yoga, and we're focusing on back bends. So when you are ready, you're going to come to a thunderbolt pose, seated onto your shins. If you do have a block and you'd like to take some pressure off of your knees, then you can just pop your block underneath your sitting bones in between the feet and take a nice seat. If this is very uncomfortable for you and there's a lot of pressure on the knees, then just take an easy cross-legged position with one foot in front of the other. And then wherever you are, close the eyes. Sitting up nice and tall. Stacking the spine on top of the sitting bones. Head and neck stacks on top of the spine. And then we're going to turn our palms to face up towards the ceiling today in a gesture of receiving. Take some time to arrive on your mat. As you gently start to bring your attention and your awareness towards your breath. I'd like you to think of lengthening and deepening the breath here. So actively breathe into the lower part of your belly, find that expansion. And exhale out. If Ujjayi breath or the oceanic breath is in your practice, then this is where we start to activate that as well. And I invite you to keep this Ujjayi breath for the rest of your practice as we move. And for those of us that might be unfamiliar with this type of breathing, it's just a slight constriction in the back of the throat. So think of fogging up a mirror with your breath while keeping the mouth closed. The breath should be audible to you as you feel the air move up the throat. And we take some time now to set our intention for our practice today. We have a monthly theme that we're working with, and the theme is that of perseverance and detachment. But for today's practice, I would also like you to work with the idea of compassion. As we're doing some back bend, we're opening the heart space, the front side of the body. How can you practice more compassion towards self, towards others? And then once you have set your intention, you can gently just allow the head to fall, dropping the chin towards the chest. As we spread the knees, coming into a child's pose, reaching the fingertips all the way forward. If you are sitting in a cross-legged position, you can just roll over your shins, meet us in a child's pose. From here, bring your fingertips up, so lifting the palms. Inhale as you lift the chest and the head. Exhale as you round the spine. So pull the navel in, tuck the head. Inhale as you lift the chest. So it's cat-cow variation. So this action with your back as you find some mobility in the spine and wake up the body. So move with your breath. Your inhale is your lift. Your exhale is your round. And with every round, see if you can go a little bit deeper. Let's do one more just like that. Inhale as you lift. Think of pulling the fingertips back as you engage the lats. And exhale round. Beautiful. From here we take ourselves up to a tabletop position. So readjust the legs, stacking the knees under the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Taking the right leg all the way back, we start to rock forwards and back. Just finding a dynamic calf stretch. Beautiful. From here, left arm lifts all the way up, find a twist. You can roll out into that wrist. And then as you exhale, thread the needle, allow the arm to thread underneath. We reach the right fingertips all the way to the top of the mat, finding that elongation from the arm towards the leg. Now taking the right hand and we swim it towards the left hip. As we roll the top shoulder open the chest. So it's a little bit of a balancing act here. What's going to help is pressing into the right toes and the left shoulder. Beautiful. Slowly coming back up to center. Just replacing the right knee. And then we reach both fingertips forward, puppy's pose as you drop the chest down. So in puppy's pose, our hips are lifted and they are stacking on top of the knees. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful, slowly coming back to center. This time we extend the left leg and we rock forwards and back. So really bring some weight into the wrists here. You stop the rocking motion, right arm lifts, roll out into the wrist. Beautiful. As you exhale, thread the needle other side. Left fingertips all the way forward. You can create the spider fingers once again. With your next inhale, left arm lifts up and then crosses over the back towards the right hip. Open the shoulder, open the chest. Gently and slowly we come back to center, left knee returns, puppy's pose once again. Sink the hips, or not the hips, the chest, so sink the chest down, lift the hips. Beautiful, you can come onto the fingertips once again, so active puppy's pose. A little bit more space to sink the chest down, and then inhale, draw the belly down to the mat. Sphinx pose, lift the chest up. And again, we have this dragging motion. Think of pulling the elbows in towards the waist as you activate the lats. Lowering the chest down. We take the fingertips just wider than the shoulders. Inhale, lifting into cobra. Rolling cobras as you exhale, bend the elbows, lower the head. Inhale, lift, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Think of drawing the elbows up towards the ceiling. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. One more inhale, we lift. We hold. Really think of drawing the the shoulder blades down the back, long neck, and then slowly coming back down. Arms come underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes, downward facing dog as you sink the hips up and back. So take a moment in your down dog. If you want to pedal out the legs, you can do so. Bend the one knee, then the other. And then settling in your down dog, slight bend in the knees if you need to. This is our first down dog of our practice, so be gentle. As you start to gaze forward, walking the feet to the top of the mat, big toes to touch, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Flatten out the spine, long neck. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees. Gather the energy as you roll the spine up. Inhale, high mountain. As you exhale, take a little back bend, reach the chest up, hands come to Anjali Mudra. Tucking the chin in, forward fold once again. We step back into a plank pose. Inhale here, hold plank. As you start to shift your weight forward over the wrists, exhale, knees, chest, chin, lower all the way down. Baby cobra, lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the collarbones. And then from here, squeeze the feet together, press the tops of the feet into the floor, and lift the fingertips. Active in the back, beautiful. Downward facing dog once again as you exhale. Big breath in, big breath out. Gazing forward, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. High mountain, root to rise, inhale. As you exhale, little back bend, reaching the chest up, dropping the head. Diving forward, forward fold. Stepping back, plank pose. Holding your plank for your inhale. As you exhale, rock forward onto the tippy toes. And now your choice, either knees, chest, chin like we did before, or you can lower into your chaturanga. Baby cobra or upward facing dog. Lifting the chest. We meet in a down dog wherever you are. Big breath in. Big breath out. As you gaze forward, step up or jump, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up, high mountain, root to rise. Exhale, take that back bend. As you tuck the head, forward fold once again. Stepping back, plank pose, so sun salutation, round 3. Again, your choice. Rocking forward as you exhale, either on or off the knees. Chaturanga, Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Gazing forward, step up or jump, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. All the way up, high mountain. One more, open the chest as you back bend. Then coming to mountain pose, take a moment, recenter yourself. Taking the palms to face forward as you roll the shoulders. Take an inhale. As you exhale, fold forward once again. Stepping back with the left foot now. Inhale, high lunge, all the way up. As you exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Beautiful, coming back to center, inhale. Floating the hands down. Pressing into the hands, 3-legged dog, right leg sweeps all the way back. So lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling. You can open the hip from here, bend the knee, gaze underneath the right shoulder. Maybe rolling out into that right ankle. Beautiful, square the hips off once again. Inhale, as you exhale, step forward, lower the back knee, untuck the toes, Vinyasa, inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Back to center, float the hands back down. Stepping back into a plank pose. And then chaturanga of your choice. And at any time you can skip out this vinyasa and just meet us straight into down dog. You can really make your practice as active as you would like. Gazing forward, step up or jump forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale all the way up, high mountain. Exhale as you back bend, sending fingertips behind you. Beautiful. Forward fold once again. Stepping back with the right foot now. High lunge as you bring the arms up. Open the arms, open the chest, cactus. Draw the elbows in. Back to center, we float the hands down. Pressing into the hands, three-legged dog, left leg sweeps back. Bend the knee, open the chest. Roll out into the left ankle. Square hips off once again. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Vinyasa as you lower the knee, low crescent lunge, arms up. Exhale, open the chest, cactus. Back to center, inhale. As you exhale, float the hands back down. Stepping back, plank pose, chaturanga of your choice. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Step up or jump, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. From here, we're going to chair pose, Utkatasana, as we sweep the arms next to the ears, sitting nice and low. So take a moment in your chair. We think of drawing the weight into the heels. So really active into the abdominals, into the legs. One more inhale. As you exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Beautiful. Forward fold, left foot steps back, low lunge. High lunge, root to rise. We start to flow as we exhale, elbows in. Float the hands all the way down, three-legged dog, right leg sweeps back. Open the chest, open the hip. Square off the hips once again, stepping forward with the right leg. Vinyasa, low crescent lunge. Sweeping. Exhale, open. Back to center, arms coming down. Plank pose, chaturanga of your choice. Tucking the head, roll over the feet, downward facing dog. Gazing forward, step up or jump, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold once again. Inhale, Utkatasana as you sweep the arms next to the ears. Take a moment, take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your gaze, cactus the arms. Beautiful, folding forward. Right foot steps back, low lunge. Inhale, arms up. Cactus the arms, open the chest. Floating the hands down, sweeping left leg back, three-legged dog. Open the hip. Beautiful. You know where you're going, Vinyasa as you step the left foot forward, low crescent lunge, arms to rise. Exhale, cactus the arms. Back to center, plank pose, set yourself up. Stepping left foot back, and lower, or straight to downward facing dog, your choice. Take a moment here, inhale, exhale. Gazing forward, step up or jump, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Now we start to build on our flow. So a little bit more familiar in the body, Utkatasana, sink down, chair pose. Inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to lift the heels, drawing the weight into the toes, and bend the elbows. So it's this floating cactus chair. Beautiful. Lower the heels, taking the hands, clasp them behind the chest, the back. Open the chest as you exhale, fold forward. Allow the arms to draw over the head. Beautiful. Gently releasing the hands, stepping back with the left foot. High lunge, root to rise. Cactus the arms, open the chest. We rocket lunge, so we send the hands forward, sending the weight onto the tippy toes of the back foot. One long line from the fingertips to the foot. Beautiful. Gently, we come into our warrior one. So lifting the arms once again, placing the back foot. We want all 5 toes onto the mat. Now I think we're squaring the hips off, so we draw the right hip back, the left hip forward. Beautiful. Humble warrior as we take the arms behind us, puff the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Gently draw the arms back down. We sweep the leg once again into our 3-legged dog, right leg up. We bend the knee, and if wild thing is in your practice, you can go there. By taking the right toes all the way behind us, we bring the weight into the left hand, and then we draw the right arm up, sending it up to the ceiling. And once you're here, I really want you to think of pressing into the hand, pressing into the toes as you lift the chest and the hips up to the ceiling. So we're squeezing the glutes. Beautiful. When you're ready, slowly come back to center. Fallen star as you take the right leg through towards the left. Left arm lifts. Beautiful. Back to that 3-legged dog once again. Readjust. As you step forward, low crescent lunge and Vinyasa. Lifting, open the chest, cactus. Beautiful. Slowly coming down, plank pose once again. Inhale, exhale, lower. Downward facing dog. Take a moment, take a breath. Gazing forward, step upward, jump forward, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. You know you're going Utkatasana, chair pose. We float and we cactus the arms. Draw the knees and draw the heels up, elbows in. Beautiful. Inhale as you exhale, forward fold. Right foot steps back. High lunge, arms up. Cactus, open. Rocket lunge as you send the hands forward, rocking forward. Warrior one, bringing the body back upright, set yourself up, same position as before. Square the hips off. Inhale, humble warrior, exhale. Let go of the hands, planting them back down, left leg sweeps up and back. 3-legged dog, open the hip. Wild thing is there for you if you did so on the other side. And if not, you just stay in your 3-legged dog. Beautiful. Slowly coming back, we switch the legs out, fallen star, left leg sweeps towards the right, grounding in the foot, right arm up. Slowly coming back to center, 3-legged dog, readjust, stepping forward, low lunge, and Vinyasa, drop the knee, open the chest. Back to center we go, hands come down, plank pose. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful, everyone. Downward facing dog, we will meet. And we're just going to stay in our down dog for 3 breaths. Take a big inhale. Exhale out. Inhale. Exhale out. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale out. We move back into our flow. One more round, gazing forward, step up or jump. Halfway lift. Utkatasana, sink down. So now in the second round of our flow, we've a bit more familiar in the body. Can you link the breath with the movement? Float your chair. Clasping the hands behind you as you drop forward. Stepping back, left foot. High lunge. Cactus the arms. Rocket lunge. So find that sense of flow. Warrior one, set yourself up. Take some time. Humble warrior. Feel that energy move through the body as you breathe. Three-legged dog, right foot all the way back. Open the hip once again, wild thing is there for you. Beautiful. Fallen star, move nice and slow. Left arm lifts, right foot sweeps through. Back to your three-legged dog, all the way forward. Right foot steps forward, Vinyasa. Open the chest. Now bring the fingertips down, which you're going to bend the back knee, taking a quad stretch. So if you can, capture the foot. So the right hand catches the left foot. And we're going to kick the foot into the hand as we open the shoulder. Beautiful. Gently let go of the leg without slingshotting. We step into a plank pose. Chaturanga. Second last chance for your Vinyasa flow. And downward facing dog. We go straight away into the other side. Step hop or jump, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All the way up, sweep, Utkatasana. Float your chair, cactus the arms. Fold forward, straight away. Right foot steps back. High lunge, inhale. Cactus the arms. Rocket lunge, forward. Warrior, no? Yes, warrior one. All the way up. Puff the chest, humble warrior. Let go of the arms. Left leg sweeps back, three-legged dog. Wild thing as we open the chest. Transfer the weight. Coming all the way back, fallen star, foot sweeps through. Beautiful. Back to warrior. No, I keep on saying warrior. Back to three-legged dog. Stepping forward, Vinyasa. Last one. Inhale to rise. Exhale, open. Arms coming down. We take that quad stretch. So left hand, right foot. And then kick the foot into the hand as you open the shoulder. Beautiful. Gently let go of the leg. Stepping back with your left foot. Plank pose. Last Vinyasa. If you would like to go there. Downward facing dog. Gazing forward, step up or jump, forward fold. And we're going to roll the spine all the way up. Find your high mountain. Find a mountain pose, settle down. Feel all the energy move through the body. We're going to go into our peak pose for today, and that is dancer's pose. So we'll start on the right. Bring the weight into the left foot as you draw the right knee into the chest. You can take some time here just to find your balance. And I'd like you to fix your focus and your gaze at a spot in front of you. And we're not going to leave that spot. As you start to regulate your breath, taking the foot into the right hand, and we capture the inside of the foot with the hand. I think of drawing the knees together here. Left arm lifts up next to the ear. And as you start to exhale, you kick the foot into the hand. So it's a similar action what we did before in our quad stretch. And once you are here, if you would like to, you can start to send the weight forward, counterbalance with the left fingertips, arm parallel to the floor. And again, I'd like you to think of drawing the knees together. They won't touch, obviously, but it's this action of squaring the hips off. So we don't want to open the hip. We want that knee facing down to the floor. And you can keep the supporting knee bent if you need to. Beautiful, everybody. Very gently coming out of it. Right knee back into the chest. And float back down. I'm going to go on to the other side. And if it feels a little bit wobbly, that's okay. We're going to do this once more on each side. So the second round, as you're more familiar with where you're going, you might find a bit more stability in the shape. Slowly start to move. Left hand to the inside of the left foot, right arm rises. Inhale. As you exhale, kick the foot into the hand. Shift the weight forward. Think of sending the energy and the gaze beyond the fingertips. Beautiful. Gently coming back up. And floating the foot down. We have one more round, one more chance on each side. So right knee into the chest. See if you can move straight into it. And what's really going to help us here is regulate the breath. Allow the breath to control the movement. So move slowly, there's no rush. You don't have to get into the shape immediately. And in your own time, take all the time you want. So it's just some creativity within your own practice. You can move on to the other side. And if you are falling out of it, if you find it's very wobbly, that's perfectly fine. Balancing postures has a lot to do with where we are mentally, and sometimes when we aren't focused or if we find our minds being quite distracted, balance can be a little bit tricky. So I invite you to move with that intention, reset of compassion. Show yourself compassion and kindness when things don't work out according to plan. And then from here, we're just gently going to find a forward fold. Take the legs out nice and wide, prasarita, so you can even step off of your mat if you need to. Toes facing in, just fold the body forward. And then we're going to find ourselves in a downward facing dog once again as we start to cool the body down. Gazing forward, we're going to step, hop or jump through onto the sitting bones, find a seat. So you can move as you want. Find yourself sitting down, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Now we're going to make this Paschimottanasana a little bit more active today. So I'd like you to take hold of the legs wherever you can, either the calves, the ankles, or if you can reach the outsides of the feet. And now there's the same action in the spine as you would in your downward facing dog. So you think of sticking the sitting bones out in order to flatten out this part of your spine. So I'll actually just lift my shirt so you can see properly. We don't want to round the spine here, we really want to think of flattening it. And with this action, you find that the top of the head is sending energy to the opposite side of the room. So we're not tucking the head in, It's this long spine reaching down towards the thighs. And then from here, you can think of drawing the navel into the spine and start to fold and deepen. And if you are a little bit higher, that's perfectly fine. It's still the same action. And then whenever you are now, take a big inhale. And then exhale, passively let go. Now we round the spine completely. We relax the legs. We just allow ourselves to flop forward. Slowly and gently roll the spine upright. You can take the hips slightly more forward. We can roll all the way down. Find yourselves on your back. Both knees hugs into the chest. You can rock from side to side, massage out the lower back. Happy baby, as we take the hands to the outside of the feet. If you can't quite reach there, then the ankles or maybe even the shins are perfectly fine too. And then open the legs. Think of drawing the knees in towards the armpits. And if you've noticed your lower spine has popped off of the mat, then I'd like you to place it back down. So we want the whole spine grounded on the floor. Rock from side to side if it feels good. Even close the eyes. Don't worry about what this shape looks like. Slowly we're going to draw the feet together, keeping the hands where they are, so either on the shins or outside of the feet. And we open the knees nice and actively. As you draw the knees open, you'll feel the body starts to lift. Lifting the head, lifting the shoulders. And I'd like you to think of drawing the feet as much as you can down to the floor. And as you do so, you're actively hanging off of the legs. So there's a nice stretch in the middle of the shoulders. Pressing the lower spine into the floor. Take one more inhale. Keeping the shape of the legs, we're just gently going to lower the head, release the legs, Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. And take a moment now to settle onto your back. Close the eyes. We take some breaths here as we start to regulate the breath. Regulate the nervous system and the heart rate. And taking the left hand now, we take it across towards the right waist. And if you can, wrap the hand across the waist here. Right hand closes the right knee, stacking the right knee onto the left. And then bring the right hand back next to the body, half capital T. So easy twist in the spine. Slowly and gently we come onto the other side. So just taking the knees over to the other side, left arm straightens next to you, right fingertips wraps across the left waist. Beautiful, everybody. Very slowly come back to center. And you can give yourself one last little squeeze, knees into the chest. Create the tiniest little ball you possibly can. Really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Think of pressing the lower back into the floor. Tense your muscles. And then as you exhale, release, let go. Find your Shavasana, your final relaxation. So take any last adjustments you feel you need to, any last micro movements. Taking up as much space as you need. Bringing the feet mat width distance apart, toes flopping out to the side. Arms next to the body with palms facing up in a gesture of surrender. Tucking the shoulder blades underneath you so you can flatten them onto the floor. Create space in the neck as you slide the shoulders away from the ears. And then slightly tucking the chin into the chest to lengthen out the back of the neck. And finally, you can close the eyes. And settle into stillness. Feel how the body softens, how the energy we've created in the last 45 minutes flows through the body. And how all the activation of the energy is released. I'm going to give you some time here in stillness and solitude to be with yourself. I'll let you know when it is time to move out of your Shavasana and end off our practice. Slowly start to come back to your breath. Finding that breath awareness, to notice every inhale and exhale, entering and exiting the body. And expanding this awareness to the edges of your body, the tips of the toes, the fingertips, the top of the head. And in your own time from here, keeping the eyes closed, you can start to wake the body up from these edges, wiggling the toes, rubbing fingers together, rocking their head from side to side, moving very slowly to a very relaxed body. And then when you feel ready, you can roll over to any side to support your head with your bottom arm. And gently press yourself up, finding a comfortable seat, easy cross-legged position. Keep the eyes closed as much as you can. We draw the hands together, Anjali Mudra at the heart center. We remind ourselves of the intention of compassion. And taking this intention and what it has taught us on our mats and taking it off our mats into the world. When you're ready, you can bow the forehead to fingertips, moment of gratitude and appreciation to yourself and to your practice. When you are ready, gently blink the eyes open. Thank you all so much for joining me. Namaste.